Gang, man, and we back with another one, man. Mr. Ballin, top 3 photos with disturbing backstories, part 2. Now, without wasting any more time, we're gonna get straight into it. So let's go. Right there. Wall of death. Uh-oh.
On March 20th, 1980, significant volcanic activity began to occur all over Mount St. Helens in Washington state. The north face of the mountain had begun to visibly shake, and then by March 27th, there was steam coming out of the craters and vents all over the north side of the mountain. That April, scientists began to notice that there was this massive bulge that was growing on the north side of this mountain that was about a mile in diameter, and every day it was growing about 6 feet farther and farther up the mountain. And it was basically this massive undercurrent of magma that was going towards the top of the mountain, getting ready to explode. Initially, there was some speculation that perhaps this magma bulge is not nearly as big of a deal as people are making it out to be. That
magma ball. I'm sorry, but as long as I've been on this planet, I've never heard anybody threaten, not even threaten, or just even minimize the fact of a magma ball is under the mountain. Sorry, man. I'm gonna have to go with we listen to the authorities, and you know what I'm saying.
Really, at worst, it could be a small eruption and it would have no impact on the surrounding areas.
Magma
but authorities
ball.
became skittish and were worried that they could just be caught with their pants down if this turned into a full-blown volcanic eruption.
Now you're thinking?
So they began evacuating the area. And for the most part, everybody evacuated.
Right.
With the exception of a few scientists and some photographers and some really hardcore people that did not want to leave their homes. One of those people who had stayed behind was Robert Landsburg, who was a photographer, and on May 18th, 1980...
Just for the fact of him saying, one of those people that stayed home, he didn't even have a photo or anything like that, let you know that that one person, it didn't go good for him.
He was out hiking about 7 miles away from the summit of Mount St. Helens, and he was making his way up to try to find a good viewpoint of that north face. He wanted to look at that magma surge that was making its way up on the north side of the mountain. And so finally, he makes his way up, and he gets to a great spot, and he starts taking pictures of that north face. While Robert is taking pictures of that side of the mountain, a 5.2 magnitude earthquake struck the area, causing that entire north face of Mount St. Helens to be sheared off and begin falling down the side of the mountain. It's this massive landslide. It's one of the biggest that's ever been recorded in that area. But what it really did is all of a sudden that entire magma surge that had been building up underneath on the north side, making its way up, suddenly is uncovered, and it causes this massive volcanic explosion shooting 15 miles straight up into the air. Along with this massive vertical blast, there was a simultaneous lateral blast basically pointed directly at Robert, and it sent these molten debris surging down the mountainside at 100 miles an hour or faster. Robert knew he had no hope of escaping this wall of magma and ash coming straight at him. So he decides, instead of trying to save...
That's crazy how, like, you can, now that you see this video footage that Mr. Ballin, like, put, like, it's definitely from a movie. But when you see that, that gives you way more perspective, like, of what this guy's going through. Because in my head, I was like, how's it going? But when you see that, you're like, sheesh, bruh, one of them.
I'm going to take as many pictures as I can of this volcanic eruption, and then I'm going to try to protect the film. And so Robert took as many pictures as he could of this massive volcanic wall of death coming towards him.
There's those people like that we come across in history, like the Titanic people. They say, oh, they were playing their instruments as the ship was going down. Volcanic magma balls were flying at this guy, and he was taking pictures the whole time. Like, I'm sorry, man, I'm running. I know there's no hope, but I'm running. Like, you got to hit me in my back or something. Like, just in my back or something. Like, you know what I mean? While I'm running. Like, nah, I'm not gonna just be. That's just me.
Until the very last second, when he puts his camera into his bag, he puts that into his backpack, and then he holds it against his chest and lays down on the ground using his body as the last protective measure to try to save this film for posterity.
That guy is a boss for that, though.
17 days later, they find Robert Landsburg's body, and sure enough, he was able to protect his film by laying on top of it. And so they developed the pictures that he took, and they're incredible. Here are the final pictures that Robert Landsburg took before he was killed by the volcano.
Wow. Let's go number 2.
On September 21st, 2014, Darsh Patel, who was a 22-year-old college student, was out hiking in a New Jersey state park along with 5 of his college buddies. As they were about to head down a particular trail that they...
I'm not going to hold you. These hiking stories always turn out bad. I don't know what it is, man. It makes me so scared of the woods, man. Like, I got to leave the woods before sunset. I'm sorry. I can go there, but 4:30, out of there.
Actually gone to this park to go down, a man and woman come charging up the path towards them. And so Darsh and his friend stop, and they're looking at these 2 people who look totally distraught and scared. And the man and woman immediately say, hey, don't go down this path. We were just down there, and for the past 10 minutes, a black bear has been stalking us in the tree line. We don't know where it went, but we got up here, we turned around, and it was gone, but we would not suggest going down this path. It's just not worth it.
They said, don't go down there. There's a bear stalking us, trying to eat us and stuff. We just barely got up out of there. Bet. I'll be in my car right now on the freeway. Like, sorry.
Darsh and his friends tell the couple, thank you for giving us the heads up. We were actually going to go down that path, and so I guess now we won't. And so the couple, they quickly leave, and Darsh and his friends are sitting there.
I thought it was going to be on some, like, scary movie stuff where they were going to be like, oh, yeah, don't go down there. There's a ghost or something. They're like, oh, anyway, we're going to go. But nah, they didn't go. So, okay. All right, then.
Well, now what do we do? Because this was the trail we were going to go down. This is why we're here. As they're standing there, they start talking about, well, maybe we just go down anyways. There's 6 of us. I highly doubt that a bear is going to come out of the woods.
I just gave you all that prop.
People, especially a black bear that is not known to attack people. Why don't we just walk down a ways, and if we see the bear, then we just turn around and leave. And if we see the bear, might make some good pictures. Let's just go down there.
Okay, this is where I got to interject and say, are you guys familiar with the animal called bear? That's all I'm going to say. Have y'all seen Leonardo DiCaprio's movie, The Revenant? That's all I'm going to say. Let's go. That's all I'm going to say.
And see what happens. And they start walking. And sure enough, about 10 minutes into their trip down this trail, they see this massive bear parked right in the center of the trail, about 200.
Man, I'm all for believing that life gives you warning signs, like to actually like let you know what's going to happen like in the future if you make the wrong choices. Because hindsight is 20/20, like they always say. Now, those people coming up there who barely made it out of it, that was your warning sign. Why didn't you just listen? Pride. Trying to tell you.
Away from where they were. The bear did not appear to be doing anything. It was just sitting there, but it was clearly looking at the group of them.
Yeah.
So Darsh and his friends are just standing there, not really sure what to do. So they start taking pictures and videos. They're not moving any closer, but they just start documenting what they're seeing because this bear was apparently stalking this couple. It was pretty interesting.
I could tell you ain't had no black friends with you, because at least one of them would have been like Kevin Hart talking about like, but why would you throw a pin at it? We don't even know what it is. He would have said something crazy.
Like, hey, make some good pictures. So they start taking pictures and taking some videos of this animal, and the animal starts walking towards them. Now it's 250 meters away. They recognize that this is a dangerous animal, and we don't want to get too close to it.
250 meters is not far away for a bear. I'm sorry. Like I said, have you guys Googled the animal bear, and then you'll understand why I think these people are not thinking in the right brain cell with the right brain cells.
They felt relatively safe. Even if it started moving towards them initially, they still felt safe. But the animal starts jogging towards them.
Yeah,
At this point, the boys put their phones away, turn around, and they start hightailing the other way. And somebody looks back and notices the bear is now sprinting at them. This causes the group to completely panic. They start sprinting back towards where their cars were parked. Absolute full panic back up the trail. No one's paying attention to anybody else. They're just running for their lives. And as they're turning their heads to look, the bear is gaining on them and gaining on them. Finally, after about 10 minutes...
Rewind what I just said 3 minutes ago. 250 meters is not that far for a bear. Never mind. Nobody listened to T.
Running for their lives, they make it to the parking lot, and they turn around. There's no bear, but there's short one hiker. Darsh Patel is still in the forest somewhere. The group starts screaming.
I learned a long time ago. I heard from an OG. He told me straight up, if you're in the woods and a bear starts chasing you, I don't have to be faster than the bear. I just got to be faster than you. And that's what happened to Dar. RP Dar. You know what I'm saying?
For Darsh, they know there was this aggressive bear in there chasing them. So they're obviously worried about him potentially getting attacked. And so they immediately call 911. The police show up.
They left him, though.
Rangers show up, and they go into the forest to try to find
the
bear and to find Darsh. And very quickly they come across this bear in a clearing, this 300-pound bear all by itself, aggressively pacing around this lump in the middle of this clearing that had sticks and branches on it. It wasn't clear what it was, and this bear is just pacing in a circle around this thing. And as these two park rangers get closer, they're armed. The bear looks at them and makes a move like it's going to charge, and they elect to shoot and kill this bear.
Ew.
Later, the bear's remains would be taken to a laboratory, and inside of the bear's stomach was Darsh Patel. He had been killed by this bear.
Brandon.
And that lump that was on the ground that the bear was circling was whatever was left of Darsh that had not been consumed yet. When they recovered Darsh Patel's phone, they went into his images, and they found he had taken one final picture before he was attacked. Here it is. The bear was not malnourished. It was not diseased. It just decided it wanted to stalk, kill, and eat a human.
Man, that's crazy, man. Like I said, I fully believe that if you follow the warning signs that are presented to you in the moment, you can prevent these situations. They all happen to us day to day in our lives, man. So just let you know, man. Just stay on the lookout. Keep your eyes open, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they're out there. Ink T gang, man. Ink T, I'll see y'all again tomorrow.